Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on a 2011 Ford Edge. So let's get to it. Okay guys, first what we are going to be doing is taking off this, and trying to get back here. So the first steps are going to be to take all of this stuff off first. For most of this I'm going to be using a flathead to get in here and get this stuff off. As you can see right there, you can use a flathead for that one, and most of this stuff you can pop off by hand just like that. So we're gonna get this air box out of the way and get this cover off as well. So I'm gonna set the camera up and get to that. And to get the engine cover off completely, you're gonna remove these two, and it's one little bolt right here, and it's gonna be an 8mm. I'm about to loosen it up now, and we're gonna take that off, and we're gonna continue taking this stuff off as well. Alright guys, we got all the stuff off that we were just talking about in the last scene. Now it's where it gets a little bit difficult. We're not getting the easy ones, sadly enough. We're only replacing two, and they're going to be number 1 and number 2, which is back here behind this Plymouth, and then we have to take off this whole setup. So I'm going to probably try to attack this section here first and go from there. See what I can get off and get out the way to get a better look at what we're doing. So guys, I'm going to be taking off this throttle body first and seeing if I can get behind here and creep around and see what we can get loose before we just try to take this off, because we're going to have to take off these bolts here. It's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I believe these are 8mm. Yep, that's an 8mm. These are 8mm as well. And so far everything you are needing for this is a 8mm and a flathead screwdriver, or most of this stuff I took off by hand, like these clamps and stuff like that. So I'm gonna set the camera up while I take this off. Wrong way. So guys, we got the throttle body off. So to unplug it, you're gonna pull this red tab forward and then press down, and you're gonna pull. Try to do it one hand. It's kind of hard, but you're gonna pull this red tab right here upwards, and then you're gonna press on this black tab. The black tab is right here. I'm gonna put the camera down, and I'm gonna take that out really quick and move on to the next components we have to take out. I suggest when you're doing stuff like this, you just put the bolts back where they go and sit this somewhere where they won't fall out. But now that we got this taken out and we got the clip with the red tab out and we just pressed that black one down and pulled it out, it was just easier to do it with two hands and not holding the camera. So I'm gonna put this up somewhere and I'm gonna move on to starting to mess with the plenum. Alright guys, I'm gonna start messing with the plenum, see if I can get that off. Next, we got that off. I know we're gonna have to remove this as well, but I just want to see if I can get this loosened up first. I'm pretty sure that's the correct way to do it. Take this off first and then go to this, but I really want to see what will happen once I get these a little bit looser. How much will it move and what's going to be in the way when it does move. So I'm gonna set the camera up and get to taking the bolts out of this plenum. One hiding back here. Did not notice that before. Alright guys, we got the plenum loose, but it's one bolt back there. Use this to point at it. It's right here. It's this bolt. You gotta get that out and then the plenum will come loose. So I'm gonna remove this one. And it looks like it ate as well. So most of the bolts you need, most of the tools you're gonna need are gonna be the 8mm and a flathead, looks like. So I'm gonna get that out of there and I'll be right back to you guys. Okay guys, we got it pretty loose, but we're gonna have to deal with these hose clamps, this one and that one in the back there. Don't know if you guys can see that, but it's back there. So we're gonna get this one off and then we're gonna get that one off. I'm using channel lock pliers, but you can use anything with a pinching type of grabbing tool. So it doesn't need to be this, it can be anything else needing those pliers in general. So I'm gonna grab that off of there, and once we do that, I'm pretty sure we'll have the plenum out of here. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, after all of that, we are now getting to the two things we are replacing. Remember, we're only replacing these two. That's it. So you have to do all of that just to get to these two. So I'm gonna get my 8mm ready, and We're gonna crack those loose really quick. Alright guys, we got the bolts out, and I didn't.
You want
To tell you guys to make sure you put something in the plenum. You don't want anything getting down in there. Basically, I just took my gloves off and grabbed some older gloves and just put them in there, just so we can cover it. And I didn't have enough for that size, so I'm just gonna make sure I stay on these two right here. So I'm gonna pull these red tabs, and then you can just push that down and it should come up. Hold on, let me see if I get a better grip. It doesn't want to come up, huh? Alright, give me a second, I'll come back to you guys. Alright guys, we got them loose, as you can see, and they should come out pretty easily. I guess not. Sorry for the shaky camera. Here we go. Took a minute, but got her out. Let's move on to the next one. See if it gives me as much trouble as that one did. Kinda. There we go. So now I'm just gonna repeat the process, but first I am gonna take out the spark plugs. So I'm gonna put the camera down and get in there and do that. Alright guys, we got one spark plug out, and you do not want your spark plugs to look like this. I much rather change every single spark plug in every single coil pack, but I'm only changing the two. So this is what they look like. I'm pretty sure if this one looks like this, the other ones look pretty similar as well. So I'm gonna reverse the process really quick, and just make sure you have the spark plug socket that fits your spark plugs you're using. So you don't want to drop this or have it loose, or just give you more trouble if it's not tight. So I'm gonna reverse this process, set you guys up so you can see me putting these back in there, and then we're just gonna reverse everything by putting everything back together, the plenum, everything else. So I'm gonna get to putting these spark plugs in, and after that we'll get the new coil packs in. Alright guys, we got the new coil packs. About to throw these in there really quick. There you go. Do the same with the other side. And in my honest opinion, guys, I know for a fact it's always better to replace all of these at once instead of doing it how I am right now. But I just do the work, I don't make the calls. So yeah, just got to do what the customer wants. but this is what the customer wanted, so this is what we did. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna reverse all this stuff and put everything back together how it goes, and I'll get back to you guys right after that. Alright guys, as you can see, we're all put back together, everything bolted in. I don't know why this is so flimsy or whatever this, what kind of, I don't know what material this is. It's pretty trash though.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that?
But yeah, back to the point. But everything is put back together. Spark plugs and boots. Coil packs are back on, and I'm gonna test drive it. So yeah, that's it. All done. Alright guys, if you made it this far, I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said, I'm going to try to come out with more videos. They might be a little shorter, but I just want to come out with more content, full-length content, not as much shorts. But yeah, if you guys made it this far, I appreciate it. Catch me in the next one. Peace.